Welcome to the Fun English channel. We're back with another exciting episode. I'm John, and today we're diving into a topic we've all encountered at some point: being insulted. Whether it's a hurtful comment at work, school, or even in social situations, insults can really get under your skin. But how do you react? How do you handle that moment when someone insults you?
That's right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah, and this topic is not just about defending ourselves, but learning how to handle the situation gracefully and wisely. So let's break it down piece by piece and give you some strategies for maintaining control when those hurtful words are thrown your way. First, let's talk about the impact of insults. It's easy to brush them off, but deep down, they can hurt. Insults often target our self-esteem and make us question ourselves. When someone calls us stupid, ugly, or less capable, we can start doubting our abilities or self-worth.
Exactly, and what's tricky is that these moments are often so unexpected. You're going about your day and suddenly someone says something that cuts deep. But it's important to remember that the insult is often more about the person delivering it than about you. Our first instinct when insulted is often to react immediately, either by defending ourselves or firing back with an insult of our own. This is the classic fight or flight response that kicks in. Our emotions take over and we feel the need to protect our pride.
Exactly. It's very natural to want to defend yourself, but that knee-jerk reaction usually doesn't lead to anything productive. Responding in anger or frustration rarely results in anything good, and we end up feeling worse about the situation. Here's the trick. Instead of reacting immediately, pause. Take a breath. Give yourself a moment to process what just happened. By slowing down, you allow yourself time to evaluate the situation and decide on the best course of action.
Right. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. By pausing, you take control of your emotions. It's almost like you're taking a step back to analyze the insult instead of just reacting emotionally. One of the most important things to keep in mind when someone insults you is, don't take it personally. This is easier said than done, but it helps you regain control of the situation. Many insults come from a place of insecurity or frustration on the part of the person insulting you.
Exactly. When someone insults you, it's often a reflection of their own issues, not yours. They might be dealing with something else, stress, jealousy, or even their own low self-esteem. So instead of internalizing their words, realize that their hurtful comments are about them, not you. When someone insults you, staying calm is one of the most powerful things you can do. When you don't react emotionally, you don't give the other person the power to manipulate your feelings. You retain your dignity and composure.
Absolutely. Staying calm shows emotional strength. It signals to the person who insulted you that you're in control of the situation and that their words don't have power over you. Here's a strategy that might surprise you. Respond with kindness. If someone insults you, instead of firing back with anger, try responding with understanding or compassion. It can throw them off guard and break the tension.
Yes, and when you respond kindly, you often disarm the other person. It's like when someone's rude and you respond with a smile or say something positive. It's hard for them to keep being negative in that moment. It also shows them that their words don't bother you. Sometimes the best response is no response. Instead of trying to respond to the insult directly, you can choose to ignore it or give a neutral reply. Something like, "That's your opinion," or simply saying nothing at all can be incredibly effective. Wow.
That's right. It's like you're saying, I'm not even going to engage with this negativity. By not feeding into the insult, you maintain your dignity and avoid getting caught up in the drama. If someone insults you repeatedly or crosses a line, it's important to set boundaries. You don't have to put up with verbal abuse. A calm but firm response like, I don't appreciate that comment, or please don't speak to me like that, can help establish your limits.
Exactly. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being aggressive. It means telling the person that their behavior isn't acceptable. When you do this respectfully, you teach them how to treat you with dignity. There are situations where, no matter what you do, the other person just won't stop insulting you. In those cases, it's okay to simply walk away. Removing yourself from the situation might be the best thing for both your emotional well-being and the situation as a whole.
Exactly. Walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. You're choosing not to waste your time and energy on someone who's being disrespectful. It's better to remove yourself than to get dragged into unnecessary conflict. Sometimes silence can be incredibly powerful. When someone insults you, you don't always need to say anything. Just staying silent can communicate your disapproval and your unwillingness to engage with negativity.
That's true. Silence can often speak louder than words. By not reacting, you show that you're not bothered by their insult, and that can make the other person uncomfortable. They might even rethink their behavior once they realize you're not responding to it. When dealing with an insult, it helps to understand the person behind the words. Are they feeling insecure? Are they jealous of something you have or something you've achieved? When you consider their perspective, it becomes easier not to take the insult personally.
Great point. Insults often come from a place of their own pain. When we realize that, it makes the situation less about us and more about their own emotional struggles. This helps you maintain empathy while still protecting yourself from hurtful comments. Sometimes humor can be a great way to diffuse an insult. By laughing it off or making a lighthearted comment, you show that you're not fazed by the insult. It can also disarm the other person.
Absolutely. Humor is a great tool to redirect the energy. Just be careful not to laugh at someone else's expense. The goal is not to belittle the person insulting you, but to take away their power to hurt you. It's important to take some time after an insult to reflect on how it made you feel. Did it trigger something inside you? Why did it bother you? Sometimes, insults can touch on insecurities or unresolved issues within ourselves. Understanding why it hurt can help you heal and not let it affect you in the future.
That's a great point. Reflecting allows you to grow and learn from the experience. It might help you recognize that the insult didn't hurt as much as you initially thought, or it might reveal something important about yourself that you can work on. The more you practice these responses, the stronger you become at handling insults. Over time, you'll build emotional resilience, and insults will have less of an effect on you.
Absolutely. Resilience comes from experience. Each time you handle an insult calmly, you strengthen your ability to deal with future situations more effectively. How you react to an insult might differ depending on the setting. Insults in public, like at a party or in front of friends, might make you feel embarrassed or defensive. In private, the dynamics can be different, so how you respond depends on the context and who's involved.
Right. In public, it might be tempting to defend yourself in front of others. But remember, sometimes the best move is to stay calm and deal with the situation privately later. Not all insults are made out of insecurity or frustration. Sometimes, people insult others with the intention of hurting them, to tear them down or make them feel inferior.
In those situations, it's especially important to stay strong and not let their cruelty affect you. People like that might never change, but you have the power to protect yourself from their negativity. Is confrontation necessary when someone insults you? In most cases, no, but sometimes it's important to call out the behavior, especially if the insult is severe or crosses a boundary. Confrontation doesn't always mean confrontation. It can be calmly expressing that what they said was hurtful.
Exactly. You don't need to fight back or get aggressive. You can confront them respectfully and assertively without escalating the situation.
Every time you deal with an insult, whether it's a good or bad experience, it's a learning opportunity. Think about what worked, what didn't, and how you can handle the next situation better.
Exactly. Every insult you face is a chance to grow emotionally. The more we practice handling these situations with grace, the better we become at managing our emotions and staying true to ourselves.
At the end of the day, how you react to insults is a reflection of your inner strength. You have the power to decide how much weight you give someone's hurtful words. The best way to protect your peace is by not allowing their negativity to control you.
Absolutely, Sarah. So, to all our listeners out there, remember that insults don't define you. How you react is what matters most. Stay calm, stay strong, and stay true to yourself. Thanks for tuning in to the Fun English channel.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have any tips for handling insults or stories to share, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and keep having fun with your English.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot, and it helps me create more great content for you. See you in the next video.